Hi everyone, welcome back to FSX. Here we are at Jersey Airport, Echo Golf Juliet Juliet, and in front of you you have the beautiful Q400-8. Look at that. This is from Majestic software and it is an absolute beauty, as you can see. Currently we're in the Flybe livery, as we will be taking a Flybe route from Jersey to Birmingham International, which is Echo Golf. Bravo, bravo. Yeah, it's an aircraft I'm learning currently, and I'm still learning, so if there's any mistakes along the way, please forgive them. I just want to get a video out. I haven't done an FSX video for so long. I thought it's about time we got out and did one. So we are going to try and get this beautiful aircraft from Jersey to Birmingham, hopefully in one piece. It should be a relatively short flight, about an hour and 15 minutes. And we should be going up to 20,000 feet is our cruise altitude. So, welcome on board. Let's head on in. Right, welcome into the cabin. And as you can see, we're in cold and dark situation. Right, first of all, let's put the gust lock on. Whoops, put the gust lock on and bring the condition levers back to fuel cutoff so we don't have any problems. Flaps are up, parking brake is on. Groovy, let's just remove the yokes just for ease of access and allow us to move around the cabin a little bit easier. Right, so we're cold and dark, so let's get some power on. So let's master battery, main battery, auxiliary battery, standby battery. Let's get some power on. Everything will now start going through some self-tests. So if you hear any warning alarms or any call-outs, it's just the things going through there. Startup tests, let's switch our FMCs on. Again, they'll go through their startup tests. We'll switch our comm on. And we'll switch our radios on. Everything will go through its startup tests.
Bank angle.
As you see, the avionics are now coming online. Pass. Good. Terrific. We'll accept that's just telling it our position. We'll accept that. We'll accept that on that side. Right, services. Let's get a GPU requested. A ground power unit. And look at that. Get rid of that message. Sweet. Right. Yep, there she is. Fantastic. So we can switch over to external power. Let's just jump up here. We've also got an external power and the generators there. Main bus on. Cool. Brilliant. So we now have the power from the GPU. We've got, we'll stick the circulation air on and the bleeds on as well. We'll put that onto minimum to allow us to do the cabin pressure later. Packs can remain off. Fasten seatbelts, smoking can go on. Emergency lights are armed. Logo light, position light, collision light, wing inspection light on. Landing lights, taxi lights can stay off. Windshield heater we can stick to warm up. Boot air we'll put to isolation valve. The pitos will leave for a second. That's okay for now. De-icing will leave for a second. Awesome. Right, so let's get the APU going. Boop-a-doop-boop. Brilliant. And start her up. Once she's started, we'll have a little green light in the power symbol. You see we've got loads of caution lights. But that's not to worry because everything's just warming up at the moment. Spoilers will stick into taxi. And anti-skid we will switch on. Cool and groovy. Right, so while that's... okay, so that power is now available on the APU. So we'll put bleed air on and put the generator on for the APU. Switch external power off and off. And that should go green. It has. Awesome. Brilliant. So far, so good. I'm remembering this. I've got my notes to the standby just in case I get stuck. But I'm going to try and do this off my top of my head and hopefully we should be okay. Right. Navigation. We got a message. Yeah, it means nothing at this point. Right, so we are coming from Echo Golf Juliet Juliet, Jersey Airport. Jersey, yep. And we're going to Echo Golf Bravo Bravo, which should be Birmingham. Birmingham. Brilliant. Flight plan. So we're going to go from Echo Golf Juliet Juliet. Yeah. Then we are going to ORTAC, which is ORTAC. ORTAC, brilliant. And from ORTAC, we are then going to go on an airway. Whoops, hang on. Let's just go back for a second. Sorry. List, airway, there we go. Clicked on the wrong button. And the airway we are going on is Q41. Q41, which is option 3. Brilliant. And we're going to stay on Q41 until WCO, which is 12. So we'll put 12 in there. Boom. And then that pre-fills our flight length. So there's the airport. We take off. We fly to our first waypoint, which is ORTAC. Then we get onto the airway, which will take us all the way through these various waypoints until we want to get off the airway at WCO. Or is it a D? Not sure. And then from WCO, we'll go to EGBB, which is Birmingham. Excellent. So that is pre-filled in that nicely. For its Majestic, we're going to go a direct flight from EGJJ Jersey Airport to the first waypoint, which is ORTAC, so we'll stick a 2 in there. Beautiful. Done. Fuel. Passengers on board. We're taking 58 passengers today. I'm so used to actually typing the number in, and it normally comes down here on most FMCs, and then you click on the tab you want it to pre-fill it, but it's the other way around on this FMC, so I do get it wrong the odd time. Let's say 250 kilograms of baggage. There's our 0 fuel weight. That's fine. Fuel on board, we're going to have, I'm looking down at my notepad, 2015. So if we say 1007 in that tank and 1008, if my math serves me right, 2015. Fantastic. Well, that worked out quite well. Awesome. Okay. 2000 required. Yep. APU's on. Okay. It's obviously burning a little bit of fuel, the APU. Engine 1 and 2 is currently off. Awesome. So far, so good. Right. So let's have a word with ATC and see if we can get some clearance.
Jersey ground, Bombardier, Golf, Foxtrot, Lima, Bravo, Charlie, IFR to Birmingham, ready to copy. Bombardier, Golf, Foxtrot, Lima, Bravo, Charlie, is cleared to Birmingham Airport as filed. Fly runway heading to climb and maintain 5,000. Departure frequency is 1.
Climb 5,000, okay. So we'll stick in 5,000. Oops. Very sensitive.
Bombardier, Golf, Foxtrot, Lima, Bravo, Charlie, cleared to Birmingham Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 5,000. Departure on 120.3, squawk 0711. Bombardier, Lima, Bravo, Charlie, could be that correct. Contact ground on 121.9.
Okay, now that we're on the APU, we can actually cancel the GPU request. So that should disappear in a second. And let us request taxi to the runway.
Lima, Bravo, Charlie, with X-ray, ready to taxi IFR. Bombardier, Golf, Foxtrot, Lima, Bravo, Charlie, taxi to and hold short on runway 9er. Using taxiway Juliet.
So we're going to go to runway 9er, so we can set our heading to 90, which should be east. Let's acknowledge that.
And hold short runway 9er, using taxiway Juliet, Bravo, Bombardier, Lima, Bravo, Charlie.
We'll switch the nav source onto FMC. There we go. Or FMS as they like to call it. I always call it the FMC. Okay, and we'll call up requesting pushback I'm guessing we've got to go that way. Let's just have a cheat and have a look at the progressive taxi. Yeah, it's that way. Okay, so we want to go pushback and departure. Yeah, EasyJet can service us, that's fine. I haven't got a problem with EasyJet doing it. Do you want to request de-icing? No, we don't need de-icing today. Nose left, tail right.
Departure check completed. Flight passing push surface. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
So we've got a BMI Baby 737 next to us. We've got a Flybe. What is that? Is that an Embraer 170 or 175? Something like that over there. We've got an ATR there, by the looks of it. Weather looks okay. Well, actually, it looks okay directly in front of us, but it looks a bit... There's a bit of a storm cloud brewing by the looks of things as well. Right. Parking brake set. We'll get unhitched and then we'll fire up the engines and let her warm up for a second and roll onto the runway.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed.
Stuck the yaw dampener on so I don't forget. Okay, are you happy? He's having a good walk off before he's saying he's happy.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Cheerio then. Okay.
Clear to start
So,
engines.
thank you very much. So we want bleed air on, packs off, great. So we'll start engine 1 to normal. Let's come up here. Flick that over to engine 1. Start engine 1. See the N2 turning on, so we'll put the fuel up to 1. Okay, engine 1 is on and stabilized. Fantastic. Engine 2. Watch for that to hit 20 to 30. There's 20, 30, right. Switch that fuel up. Cool. Engine's on. Engine 2's just running up now. Fantastic. Give it a second. And then we'll put the condition levers forward and you'll get to hear the almighty roar this aircraft gives. I tell you, if you've ever flown on one of these aircraft, its sound is so distinctive and it's an awesome sound as well. So that's looking like it's pretty much there. I'll just do this from the co-pilot seat because it's easier to reach these condition levers. So I'll push these forwards and just listen to the roar. Oh, lovely. Okay. Auto feather on. Tanks, auxiliary 1 and 2. Hydraulics and PTU on. Awesome. Landing flaps. You don't need to worry about that really. We'll put flaps on before we leave. We can... Main bus can go off. Generator 1 and 2 can go on. Let me come up here. Packs can come on now. The engines have started. Blah blah. We'll stick taxi lights on. We can switch the APU off. We can put our pitos on. Windshield on. That's probably warmed up, so we can stick that onto normal. It's a bit chilly, so we'll put some slow de-icing on. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll put the engine open as well. Coolio, 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 Coolio. Yeah. So all the cautions are off except for the parking brake, so that's good. It's a positive sign. I haven't forgotten something, I hope. Right. So let's taxi this bird to the runway 9 and see if we can't get her in the air. Oh, we got some more Flybe dashes back there. Lovely. Okay, that is the line. That is runway 9. So we better speak to the tower and get permission to enter the runway or enter onto the runway and take off. Okay, it's cleared for takeoff. Right, we'll go flaps 10. Flaps 10. This thing shoots up into the air like nothing on Earth. It's such a small wing surface. This thing is such a nice thing. Such a stable aircraft to fly. It generates so much lift. Right. Let's gust lock off. One last check to make sure we've got everything set up okay. I think we are good to go. No caution lights on. Speed in the power. .80 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up.
Bombardier, Lima Bravo Charlie. Contact Jersey departure on 120.3. 120.3 for Bombardier, Lima Bravo Charlie.
Let's just drop this down a touch. Try and steady her out, and I can put the autopilot on. Put the heading control so it'll hold it at 90, heading 90, and we can put this, oops, that's trying to stall us out. Let's try not to crash into the ground, and there we go, that's a better rate. Blimey! Right. So we're just coming to heading 090 now, okay. 175 miles an hour, climbing through 3,000 feet. Cool.
Jersey departure, Bombardier off Foxtrot, Lima Bravo Charlie. Just climbing through 3,400 for 5,000. Bombardier off Foxtrot, Lima Bravo Charlie. Jersey departure, Roger. Altimeter 2985. Bombardier, Lima Bravo Charlie. Turn left, heading 010. Proceed on course. Climb and maintain 5,000.
Turn left, heading 010. Acknowledge.
010. Proceed on course. Climb and maintain 5,000. Bombardier, Lima Bravo Charlie. Bombardier, Lima Bravo Charlie. Turn left, heading 340.
Acknowledge, 340.
340. Bombardier, Lima Bravo Charlie.
Coming up to our altitude now. There goes Jersey behind us. Through the murk and through the cloud. Flaps up. Bit late, but flaps up. That's what that little alarm was to tell me. You're going a bit fast for your flaps, you know, which is fine. Okay, we're coming up to 4,500 feet. I'll put the LNAV on because we're now intersecting our course, and it'll then pick up from the FMC. Happy days. Okay, now I expect once we clip up to 5,000 feet, we'll get, there we go. We'll acknowledge that, up to 17,000.
Bombardier, Lima Bravo Charlie.
I bring this bit up at the side, A, for your eyesight so you can see what I'm doing, and B, also for my eyesight. I'm not getting any younger. And we'll go up at about 1,000 feet a minute. It'll be fine. That'll be fine. So that's the bug. We should be aiming for about there. Please expedite your turn to 340. You told me to resume navigation. Fine, we will do as you ask, and we'll go to the heading of 340. Oh wow. See that white? That is some ice forming on the propeller. So we'll just switch the de-icing up a little bit more. Right, coming out to 7,000 feet now, above the clouds. It's quite a nice day above the clouds. So we'll continue to climb to 17,000 feet. From there we should then continue to climb actually to 20,000 feet, which is our cruise altitude, and head towards Birmingham International. So it's a bit gusty up here actually, been rocked about a bit. I shall see you in a few seconds. Okay guys, 19 minutes into the flight we have reached flight level 200, so we can switch off the seatbelts to start the morning coffee service. Coffee and a nice chocky bicky, everyone will start the day right. In front of us you can see, if I lift up a little bit, we've got mainland England coming up there, so yeah. It's the Isle of Wight, and Southampton and Portsmouth are under that cloud somewhere. And Birmingham will be somewhere over here, just over the horizon. Shouldn't be too long, probably only another 10-15 minutes before we start descending, and then we'll pick up the ILS into Birmingham. Yeah, so sit back, enjoy your tea and coffee and your chocky bicky, and enjoy the cruise for the next few minutes until we start our descent. Let's just keep an eye on the speed.
15 miles south, turn left, heading 360, climb and maintain 2000, cleared ILS, runway 33, approach, maintain 2000, until established on the local license. Contact Birmingham Tower on 118.3. Turn left, heading
Right, we'll acknowledge that.
Climb and maintain 2000, cleared ILS, runway
Very murky out, isn't it?
approach, maintain 2000, until established.
Right, we'll go flaps 10.
18.3, Bombardier, Lima, Bravo, Charlie.
To flaps 15, cool. Birmingham Tower, hello.
Off Foxtrot, Lima, Bravo, Charlie is 14 miles southeast, inbound ILS, runway 33.
Go on to approach.
Bombardier, Golf, Foxtrot, Lima, Bravo, Charlie, Birmingham Tower, make straight in, runway 33, altimeter 2996.
2996. This is 1014, 1015, 1014, Haskell. Pascal, fantastic. Okay, so 141, good approach speed, 2,000 feet. We've got. What the heck is that? Oh, they're birds. Oh god, we don't want a bird strike, for heaven's sake. I wondered what they were for a second. Right, hopefully we are coming on to something. The ILS should lock on now. So I've set the course to 330, and you can see the autopilot is guiding us in. So let's go gear down. Starting our descent as well. Now this aircraft doesn't have any auto brakes. It has reverse thrusters though, which sound amazing, and manual brakes, and that's pretty much it. We've got some speed brakes as well, but spoilers, shall I say. Got Birmingham, I'm guessing, is over there. Okay, I can just about make out the Pape lights now. And it's red, so we're a bit low. Now, in my previous couple of flight practices I've had with this aircraft, I've never got the glide slope to work perfectly. I'm not sure exactly how to do that. Do I do auto select, so I let the glide slope take whatever it wants to do? I don't know. But the red Pape lights, so we're still quite low for how far out we are, so that's okay. I want to have an approach speed of just about 130 actually. We're just a bit lower than that, 120. Although we could go to flaps 35 and then we'd be okay around 125 mark. Let it settle down for a moment as the flaps go down. Yeah, welcome to Birmingham everyone. We're not quite there yet. There we go, I can see white and red. Acknowledge clearance. Now, so it says GS, glide slope, yeah? So it to me it says it's captured the glide slope, although we look to be slightly above it. So, see that blue diamond? So I'll back off the throttle because it's put us into a dive. And I want to keep the speed down a bit. Back on the glide slope. Okay. Going to back off the throttle a bit. Coming in a bit quicker than I'd like anyway. It's not outrageously quick. Okay, so it seems to be on the glide slope now. Dropped a little bit below. I think maybe I've just got to control the throttle to keep it on the glide slope.
500. Plus 100. Light slope.
Okay.
Too low.
Turn an autopilot off.
Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps. Too low. Flaps.
There go the reverses. So we did come back down a little bit too short, to be fair. We were on the runway, but just about. Slowing down to 70. But no one died. No one died. It wasn't too bad. Right, 60 knots. Reverses off. Manual braking. Okay, we'll switch that to spoilers to taxi, and we'll put the lock on. Oh, I could have turned off the runway there, but we'll take the next exit, and we're down. Approach lights off, taxi lights on. We can start the APU. Clean up while it flaps up. So it was actually quite a good flight. It was 55 minutes, which isn't too bad. must have the wind with us. We'll come off on this one. My co-pilot must have been breathing heavily. You can see that his side window, or my side window, has steamed up a wee bit. Okay, let's contact ground. Let's acknowledge the handoff. Okay, we're coming in next to that Monarch airline. I don't have a guide line, which makes it challenging. Okay, with no guideline, it is a little bit of a challenge, but here we go. We leave it over, and we're a little bit not straight, but it's not too bad. Right, let's engines off. Oh. And we're here, safe and sound. We parked a bit too far and a bit askew. Yeah, I know. But I had no guiding line, so what do you expect? So we'll get these passengers into the terminal and on their onward journey. All there is to say is thank you for joining me for this flight from Jersey to Birmingham International in the Q400-8. Thanks for being along for the ride. I hope you enjoyed the journey and the video. If you have, hit that like button and join me for more FSX videos, and more likely more from this Q400 aircraft, because she's an absolute beaut. So thanks for watching, I appreciate your support, and I'll see you next time.